Hi Gemini, how's it going? I hope you're doing fantastic today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn. This is going to be a general reading for the month of March. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. Always check your sun, moon, rising signs in case you have messages over there. Sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. If the messages repeat, I'll try and catch that and let you know. I believe Spirit really wants us to get the messages when they repeat. People can show up in your reading. Kings, queens, knights, pages. They either represent you, someone in your life, or a situation. Male or female in a general reading like this. Okay, if any of your cards come out upside down or reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. I'll pull all the cards, I'll pull all the energies, and then we'll go through them individually, okay? This will be a Celtic cross spread. So Gemini, your current situation message is the Ace of Swords. What's crossing you, or what you're celebrating, is the Magician reversed. Your foundation message is Six of Swords reversed. Your past message is the High Priestess. Your immediate future message, Eight of Wands. The outcome you desire most in your situation, the Hierophant reversed. Your self-image, how you see yourself, Two of Swords reversed. Your environment, or how others see you in your situation, Queen of Wands reversed. Your hopes and fears, Nine of Cups. And the future, if all is to remain as is, the Page of Swords reversed. Can I have a clarifier on top of the Page of Swords, please? Then you have Temperance reversed. Okay, wonderful. So your first card, and I'm also going to put a summary underneath the video if you want to have a look at that. Okay, if you want to read a little bit more. So the Ace of Swords represents your current situation. The message on the card is, I am ready for a breakthrough to success. So this card is all about having mental clarity, clear thinking, making the right decision. It's a card of having a sharp mind. It's a card of victory, going in a new direction, strength, truth, force, vision, focus, new beginnings, new plans. It could represent beginnings and endings. But this card the Ace of Swords is the gift of knowledge and understanding, so you can expect a flash of insight or an idea that will help solve a particularly sticky problem. Okay, you may be on the verge of a significant breakthrough, or maybe a new way of thinking that allows you to view the world with clear eyes. Or you may have a sudden realization or conscious understanding about an issue that's been troubling you, and now you can finally see the path ahead of you. Meditate regularly to clear away the mental chatter and make the most of this intellectual potential that you have. Now is an excellent time to start a new project. Maybe you feel inspired to take a class, okay? The road ahead might feel a little bit bumpy, but just maintain a success mindset and you will navigate these hurdles. And remember, with power comes responsibility. So use your power for the service of others and yourself. Pursue the truth of the matter to find justice. You have great clarity on the situation and can now argue your point of view with truth and conviction. Spirit is saying, you're ready for battle, Gemini. I think, did this come out? This came out recently for another sign. I forget. I think it was Scorpio. Being assertive, being able to concentrate, realizing the truth. It's a card of reason, justice, principles, having principles, communication. Um, The Ace of Swords can represent an inevitable, powerful change for the better. It's a card of enormous power, force, and strength. All thoughts and actions have either a positive or a negative consequence. Okay, keep that in mind, Spirit is saying. This card is all about victory, peace, victory over a conflict or peace that can be attained. Okay, it's a card of intellect, reason, strategic thinking. It could also indicate a confused or conflicted mind. The Ace of Swords is a card of perseverance in the face of hardship, but it usually signifies that something good will emerge from a bad situation. So, in other words, when this card shows up, it's saying what appears to be a hopeless situation can turn out to be quite promising. Okay? This card has a sense of inevitable, powerful change. And it's telling you that you have the strength needed to overcome the situation. But first, you must decide to defeat it. Okay? The decision establishes the mindset to overcome this powerful cycle of change. There are strong forces at play, which could cause some problems, but again, you have the ability to overcome obstacles, but you have to have the right mindset. It's essential, okay? This card is saying that it's time for you to make decisions and move in a new direction. And then what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating, is the Magician. And I wanted to mention the Ace of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So that's you showing up in your reading again, or showing up in your reading. And then the Magician, it came out reversed. So this card is about trickery, illusions, being out of touch, manipulation, deception, untapped talents, greed. It could represent a lack of mental clarity, poor planning, wasted talent, unused ability, untrustworthiness can be represented by the Magician reversed. The message on the card is, I manifest perfectly what I desire. Maybe you don't feel like that because it came out reversed, but the Magician reversed is saying that you're exploring what you wish to manifest, but you're not taking action yet. You're uncertain if you have everything you need, and you may be unsure about how to make it happen. But if you take care of what you intend to manifest, then the universe will work out the how. If you're already acting on your goal, then this card can be a sign that you're struggling to see progress or success. Several factors may be at play. And again, this card reversed represents greed, manipulation, trickery. You may be masterful at manifesting, but if you're out of touch with your higher self, you may only do it for your own personal gain and at the expense of others. If your goals are not coming to fruition or something feels off, then tune into that and ask yourself if you're working for your highest good or solely for your own benefit. And the Spirit's saying you have many skills, talents, and capabilities, but your real potential is not being maximized. Okay? The Magician reversed can also be a warning. It warns of potential deception, so beware of someone promising more than they can deliver. The magician can also be a charlatan. Be careful of tricking yourself too. You may be convinced that your plan is good, but you might be missing a needed element, or your plan may have unanticipated consequences. This is a card about confusion, loss of concentration, worry, failure to carry ideas to an acceptable finish. It can represent learning difficulties. Plans that were once good are now being abandoned. Revisit your goal and take steps to achieve it. Create a strategy and a procedure, and then hone the abilities that you'll need to make it a reality. Okay? Then the third card represents the basis of your situation or foundation, and you have the Six of Swords reversed. The message on the card is, I know that peaceful times will come. The Six of Swords is Aquarius energy. This card is about running away from problems, emotional baggage, feeling overwhelmed, trapped, stuck in the past. It's a card of instability, slow healing. It's being delayed. Something is being delayed or stuck. Maybe for some of you, it could indicate that some of your travel plans might be canceled. It can indicate that. It's going through a personal transition, a resistance to change, unfinished business. So you may be going through a personal or spiritual transition or a rite of passage so that you can leave behind a relationship, a belief, or a behavioral pattern that is no longer serving you. It's intensely personal and a private journey, and you're working in isolation to make it happen. You've identified what you must release to embrace a new way of thinking and are now bringing it to fruition in your personal life. You know you need to make a change or transition in your life, but you're reluctant to do so. Sometimes you have to push through and beyond your comfort zone. You may be resisting change and transition because you feel it was forced upon you. Reaffirm with yourself why you need to make this transition. If you're trying to move on from the past and are struggling to do so, there may be unfinished business, unresolved conflict, or lessons which you need to understand before you can wholeheartedly move forward in your life. Spirit is saying, seek to resolve these issues. There may be moments when you doubt whether you're making the right decision and leaving your past behind, but this card gently encourages you to move forward, reminding you that you're heading towards a better future. Okay? The Six of Swords could also indicate letting someone else make your decisions or tell you what to do. Or it could indicate that you're moving in the wrong direction. Six of Swords reversed. Instability, unresolved issues, unfinished business. It could represent a disappointment. Again, like canceled travel or something. Spirit is saying tenacity and guts are required to resolve your situation. And then your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. And you got the Major Arcana, the High Priestess. And the message is your intuition guides you to the right decision. Okay? This is about this card represents secrets, your inner voice, a thirst for knowledge, secret knowledge, hidden knowledge, or sacred knowledge. Your unconscious, the divine feminine, your subconscious mind. It's a card of feminine wisdom. It could also indicate creativity, but this card is about knowledge that you need and that can be revealed. It's beyond logic. You need to access and trust your intuition if you hope to understand it. The High Priestess is the guardian of the subconscious mind, the teacher of the sacred knowledge and hidden mysteries. She teaches you that the world is not always as it seems, and more profound influences are often at play. She ushers you through the thin veil of awareness, offering you deep intuitive understanding of the universe and a heightened awareness of secret or hidden information. She shows up in your reading when the veil between you and the underworld is thin. You have the opportunity to access the knowledge deep within your soul. So now's the time for you to be still so that you can tune into your intuition. The answers that you're looking for will come from within. Your intuition, your intuitive sense right now is providing you with useful information. You're being called to embrace the divine feminine. Be proud of your ability to nurture, trust, sense, and emphasize instead of hiding it away. Okay. Refrain from action for a while and take the time to search within yourself for the wisdom that you need to move on. Maybe this card could indicate the beginning of a personal spiritual journey. It's also telling you to share knowledge and don't keep secrets. Okay. Maybe something to do with your past. She represents the spiritual, celestial mother. Something hidden or unknown is about to be disclosed. This card also represents unconscious beliefs, fear, or emotions, as well as the ability to seek advice through your dreams. It represents mediumship, psychic abilities. This card is urging you to explore your unconscious and the meaning of your dreams. The future or the outcome is undetermined, but be patient and wait for proper timing. This card could indicate a pregnant woman, a sensitive person who is greatly awakened, an artist, a channeler, a musician, a medium, a healer, a mental healer, anyone who works with their higher mind. An excellent counselor. And then your immediate future card, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Eight of Wands. The message on the card is, I manifest multiple opportunities. The Eight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. This is about action, change, speed, fast-paced energy, exciting times. Things are going to start getting very busy for you, I think. This is very busy energy. The Eight of Wands. It's about sudden changes, being swept off your feet, air travel for some of you. It's a card of full, fast-moving potential. It's telling you that you're going to, you need to be ready to spring into action. So things might seem a little bit crazy soon. You have the freedom and space to move forward with your plans. This card propels you forward to reach your goals at a much faster pace. Okay, so you can expect to be very busy soon. This is a reading for March, so maybe they're talking about your March is going to be a very busy month for you. You're enthusiastic about the progress that you're making. Go with the flow. Don't resist it. Try not to slow things down because you're not ready or you're fearful about the unknown. Don't waste this opportunity. Use this energy to fuel positive change and produce significant results. Be laser focused with your intentions and actions. Determine what you want to manifest, then align all your resources and energy to focus on that singular goal. Remove all distractions. And for some, this card could represent air travel, a short-term or whirlwind trip, like a business trip or a holiday. Crazy, busy, sudden movement, air travel, a new geographical location is indicated, new developments of a situation where it was stagnant before. Things are going to start moving forward. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Hierophant reverse, Major Arcana card. The message is, I am ready to love and learn. Okay, so the outcome you desire most is challenging the status quo, having a new approach, being rebellious, being non-conform. It's a card of non-conformity. Challenging tradition, living an unconventional lifestyle, being submersive. You are your own teacher, and all the wisdom that you seek, again, Spirit is saying, I'm going to make a note of this because I think this Spirit's repeating this message. Everything that you're looking for is within you. You're not going to get the answers that you're looking for from an external source or power. You're being guided to follow your own path and to adopt your own spiritual belief systems rather than blindly following others. Over time, you'll learn to trust yourself and tap into your own inner knowledge. Okay? You no longer need external approval to succeed. You're ready to go at it alone and do it your way, even if that means going against convention. You're challenging the status quo. You're no longer accepting the rigid structure, tradition, and dogma surrounding you. You seek out opportunities to rebel and reclaim your personal power. Make your own rules. You know now that change needs to be made. There may be a run-in with authorities or conflict with a parent or authoritative figure, is what this card can indicate when it comes out reversed. It could indicate stubborn bullheadedness in areas of beliefs. You may be in a rut, unable to see new things or find useful ways to apply your beliefs in the real world. Consider giving up some routines and trying something new, is the message here from Spirit. Materialistic, unorthodox, rebellion against the establishment. If any of you are seeking advice from an accountant or a lawyer, Spirit is saying get a second opinion. Don't rush into new agreements. They might be disappointing. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Two of Swords reversed. The message is, whatever I decide, I trust the outcome. Okay. This is Libra energy. This is indecision. Confusion again is coming up. Being at a stalemate is coming up again. Delays is coming on. Some of you are holding on to anxiety or resentment. You're seeing the truth. Lies are being exposed. When this card comes out reversed, you're being overly cautious. You're being overly guarded, or there could be emotional detachment here. It's a card of anxiety, too much information, an imbalance in an area of your life, feeling like there's no right choice, but Spirit is saying the truth is going to be revealed. Something is going to be revealed, I think, here. Being overwhelmed with stress, worry, anxiety, stuff like that. You're facing a difficult decision and cannot decide which direction to take. You're caught between a rock and a hard space, having to choose between the lesser of two evils, feeling like there's no right choice, being hesitant. It feels impossible to make the right decision because you believe either option will lead to negative consequences. You're feeling stuck and unable to move forward. You may also lack the information you need to make a sound decision. You may be closed off to information that could resolve your dilemma. You might be experiencing information overload. Take the advice that is most relevant and helpful, and again, listen to your intuition. Make your decisions based on your own internal compass. Some of you are at a stalemate with a friend or a loved one or a colleague. You're butting heads. Look at the situation from a different angle. Try to compromise or you won't move forward. You're feeling stuck between two competing decides. Decide if you can create peace. If not, Spirit is saying just walk away. Okay? This card could represent outbursts of emotions or losing your temper or arguing without thinking first. It could indicate a broken truce or an imbalance in a situation, or it could indicate that a choice is made for you rather than by you. I think that's going to be a strong point because I've already talked about that in your reading. And then your environment or how others see you and your situation is the Queen of Wands reversed. You are naturally creative. I am naturally creative is a message on the card. The Queen of Wands is Aries energy. Now this can be someone who is selfish, jealous, insecure, demanding, vengeful, manipulative. The Queen of Wands can be someone who has a lot of self-respect, or she's telling you to have self-respect, have self-confidence. The Queen of Wands reverse is someone that could have fertility issues. They may be unfaithful, deceitful, spiteful, self-righteous, demanding, pushy, has low self-esteem. Someone who can be quite forceful if they're crossed. Someone who gives into melodrama. It's someone who can be very controlling or bossy. Queen of Wands. So however that resonates with you, maybe that's how, this is your environment card. So it's either someone in your life, or it could be how some people view you. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just repeating the messages from Spirit, okay? You've reached a place of self-respect and confidence. You know yourself on a deep level, that you are clear on your personal truth and belief systems. You know what you stand for and are not easily moved by the opinions of others. You may be more introverted than usual. You may also feel called to spend more time alone so that you can connect with your inner self and hear your inner voice. I think that's what Spirit was talking about earlier. I'm not sure. My battery is low here, it says. But you've reached a place of self-respect and confidence. You know yourself on a deep level. You're clear on your personal truth and belief systems. You know what you stand for and are not easily moved by the opinions of others. You may be more introverted than usual. You may also feel called to spend more time alone so you can connect with your inner self and hear your inner voice, which they brought up earlier. If you lack confidence, bring your energy and attention inward and focus on rebuilding your sense of self and your resilience. You may have handed your power over to others by paying too much attention to their thoughts and opinions. You need to bring your awareness inward so you can hear yourself and access your personal strengths and talents. Be courageous and in expressing yourself in everything you do. And then the Nine of Cups is your hopes and fears card, what you hope for and or fear the most in your situation. The message is trust in the flow of life. Okay, the Nine of Cards is the wish card. Just dropped my the Nine of Cups is a wish card, Pisces energy. This is all about if you've made a wish, Spirit is saying your wish is going to come true. This is about achievements, wishes fulfilled, triumph, confidence, high self-esteem, celebrating something, a positive outcome, realizing your dreams. Or basically, the Spirit is saying, make a wish because I want to grant it for you. This is the wish card. Okay. This card represents the fulfillment of a major desire. Okay. Emotional stability, physical and material happiness, sensual pleasures are met too when this card comes out. Being optimistic, realizing your dreams, contentment, your life is full, you're enjoying every aspect of it. You feel like you have everything that you could possibly wish for. And then you have, for your outcome card, is the Page of Swords reversed, clarified by the Temperance card reversed. So the Page of Swords reversed, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is someone who is defensive. It's a card of gossip, manipulation, deception again. This card is telling you to really express yourself. Okay, say what you want to say. Page of Swords reversed can indicate a significant mental state or the need for professional assistance to address one's mental state. This Page of Swords is someone who she wants to know it all, but is more interested in knowing things that she shouldn't or that others would rather she not know. She's someone who's not likely to keep any secrets, no matter how much she promises to. This card could represent bad or disappointing news, a lack of planning. Yeah, someone who's defensive. All talk, no action. And then the clarifier is the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy. This is all about having a lack of perspective, self-healing, discord, excess, extremes, recklessness. But yeah, there's Spirit is saying that there is an imbalance in an area of your life. Okay? That will be different for all of you. So this could represent someone whose behavior is out of control and is clearly very immoderate. It could indicate that an extreme stance is called for. Things are out of balance, quarrels and disagreements. There's difficulty in getting on with others. There's restless competitiveness. Beware of doing too much, which results in the scattering of your energy. Be careful of poor judgment and take care of your health. I find clarity through calm. So Spirit is saying, just keep yourself calm and you'll make the best decision. Take care of the detail and stay in control. Okay, so that is your reading, Gemini. Thank you for letting me channel these messages for you today. Take good care and I'll see you next time. Have a great month. Bye.